Here's what's cool in business, especially the more you get taken advantage of, the more you realize how to not get taken advantage of. The more you see like fake opportunity, the more you'll see like what a true opportunity looks like. I've been taken advantage of on a regular basis, like multiple times. I've been taken advantage of more than you, which is why I'm just a little better at evaluating an opportunity. Opportunities are right there next to the scams. So yes, some stuff is good to be true, but you got, listen, my boy AD said, yo, when I'm hooping, somebody puts a pump fake, I'm going to block the shot every time. You're going to get me sometimes, but sometimes I'm going to block that shot. Listen, every pitch, I am going for the fences. I am swinging hard. But eventually you start to evaluate which ones you need to bat at. But at the end of the day, I'm not afraid of striking out. Check this out. Most people in this chat, you failed at something, but it didn't kill you.
7:45 a.m. Catch me on the morning meetup, hosted by David Shanes.
Look, y'all, I want to get into it real quick. What has to be done? What has to be accomplished by the end of the month? We only got 2 days, y'all. Throw it in the chat. What has to be accomplished by the end of the month? We only got 2 days. Throw it in the chat. 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 All right, throw it in the chat. Throw it in the chat. I got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to do it really, really quick, and I'm going to try to end so that you guys can hear me good, right? You guys can hear me? Am I good? Am I good audibly? Okay, good. All right, so let's jump into it, man. Taking advantage of opportunity. Taking advantage of opportunity came up with this title because, one, I think it's important, and I think it's important for all entrepreneurs to have this conversation on how to take advantage of opportunity, because there's a lot of us that are getting a lot of opportunity, but we're not taking advantage of it. Okay. Every day there are certain opportunities, and you're probably not taking advantage of them because you don't know that it's an opportunity. It doesn't really look like an opportunity, but I'm trying to open your eyes today to what opportunity looks like for you. It's all around you. It's all around you. Okay, let's jump into it. So I got kind of 5 points on taking advantage of opportunity. One is we have to identify what is an opportunity for you. You have to identify what an opportunity looks like for you. Most of us don't understand what that looks like. There can be two people, same situation. For one person, it's an opportunity. For some person, it's an obstruction. Can I do some definitions today? Y'all cool with that? Let's just do some definitions. Let me go to the internet. All right, opportunity. So an opportunity is a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. A set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. So an opportunity is a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. So there are some circumstances around the thing that you need to accomplish, and because of those circumstances, it's going to help you reach your goal. Got it? But let me talk about obstruction. Obstruction. I spelled that right. Definitely spelled that right. Obstruction. The action of obstructing, or the state of being obstructed, a thing that impedes or prevents passage or progress. An obstacle or blockage, a thing that impedes or prevents passage or progress. An obstacle or blockage. There could be two people in the same situation looking at the same opportunity, but for one person it's an opportunity, but for the other person it's an obstruction, meaning that same thing that you want to take advantage of, that somebody else takes advantage of, will impede or prevent passage or progress. It's an obstacle. It's a blockage. You understand? Here's a question for today. Do you have a goal? And what has to be true for you to hit the goal? Now, number two is, before you identify opportunity, you have to have a set goal. One, we got to identify opportunity, but before we can identify opportunity, we have to have a specific goal. There has to be something that we're going towards. If there's not something that we're going towards, everything looks like opportunity. Everything. Am I right? Anybody ever experienced that? If you don't have a goal, everything looks like opportunity. If you don't have a specific goal, every podcast episode of Social Proof Podcast will look like an opportunity for you. Am I right? Okay. Here's how I see it. There are, I get involved in some of the, like when I have guests on a podcast and they're doing something, I'm really, really interested, and I'll get involved in that thing. Is that an opportunity or an obstruction? So if I'm interviewing somebody and they start talking about dog training, my mind says, oh, I could train some dogs. I could train some dogs and make this seems like a good way to make some money. Dog training. God, I never knew it was such an opportunity. Dog training is an opportunity or an obstruction. Okay. Here's why sometimes it's an opportunity for me, because I am a journalist and I need to get my hands in stuff. Not that my goal is to get rich from the stuff, but my goal is to be smart in entrepreneurship. And if I get involved, okay, let me explain something to you. And I don't want you to let this out. Don't tell anybody. Okay. Okay. I'm a content creator and I'm a podcaster and I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. So I'll interview somebody and they'll have a product or a service. Now, for those that have been in my podcast training, or you have the podcast course, or you're in my mastermind, you know that one of the ways to make money is through affiliates. Here's what's really, really cool. If I interview somebody about a particular project and we're talking about it and it's a really, really good interview, if I get into that project and then I come back and interview the same person and I'm describing how I'm involved in that particular industry, then and I approve of it and I like it, my goal isn't to make money off of the thing. My goal is to let my audience know it's okay to follow this person because they're the real deal. I'm involved with them. And what happens is you all follow or buy their course and there's an affiliate split and I make money. Okay. I knew that Turo for my particular lifestyle was not going to be for me. One, I don't like driving. Two, my wife wanted to have a business and like she was going to make some money doing it, which was cool. It relieves me. But I was like, yo, I know I'm going to end up driving to the airport to drop off cars and stuff. And she was pregnant at the time. I'm like, gosh, this is crazy. However, I got a chance to get in there and we got some cars. And well, I can't say it wasn't for me because we were able to upgrade our vehicles and not have to pay for it necessarily. But it was hard work. But my goal wasn't to get rich from Turo. My goal was to let my audience know, oh, it's okay. It makes money. It makes money. Yes, look, Marlon's killing it. He said got to build systems around him deliveries. Absolutely. Was I interested enough to do it? No, because my main goal, listen, everybody put goal in the chat. Everybody put goal in the chat. Everybody put goal in the chat. My goal is to build my podcast. And if I have people that trust me, they'll continue to tap in. And there's going to be a whole bunch of people that do what I do. So because my goal is to build an audience of trust and make money through my podcast, I'll jump in. It wasn't the thing. It wasn't the car rental thing for me, but I knew it will work out for some people. I got in it. I'm like, yo, if I didn't have this other goal or this other dream, this is a viable business. I like this joint. Not for my lifestyle, but I like the business. I've made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands from affiliate course sales with Turo, not because The interview was amazing, but because I got involved. I have one Airbnb. I probably made close to 100,000 in affiliates from between my boy Kamoy and Zoda Goat. I got in it. My wife loves the whole Airbnb thing. I'm not trying to build an Airbnb empire. However, I like it. I like it. It's a good way for my audience to make some money. Okay. So I get involved. So it looks like opportunity for me, but I'm not looking at it from this perspective of, let me take away from my content creation. Let me take away from what I'm doing to do something else. Because I understand what opportunity looks like simply because I have a specific goal. If you have a goal, you can identify what opportunity looks like and ask yourself the question, what has to be true for me to hit this goal? It's a little long, but put it in the chat. What has to be true for me to hit the goal? What has to be true for me to hit the goal? What has to be true? David, that's definitely where the money is. What has to be true for me to hit my goal? Write it down. Write it down. I need to see it in the chat. What has to be true for me to hit my goal? I want that to ring in your mind, ideally for the rest of your life. What has to be true for you to hit the goal? If you don't have the goal, this question won't make much sense. But if you continue to ask this question, what has to be true, you'll start to see things that can help that thing be true. For instance, what has to be true for you to graduate? For you to graduate, true. For you to graduate a class, what has to be true? For you to graduate college, what has to be true? You have to pass a particular class. What has to be true for me to pass this class? I need to know this stuff or pass this test. Do I know this stuff or pass it? Absolutely not. What has to be true for me to pass this test? I need to get a tutor. And what will happen is you'll start to see people that can help you. And you'll start to see certain people that are like flying through the class and you'll be like, yo, if I connect myself with this person, I think I can win. I think I can reach my goal. These are the questions that we have to ask ourselves, okay? Do me a favor. Make a list of opportunities that can help you right now. Make a list, just take a few seconds. Make a list of opportunities, things that would be opportunities. Things you can see in your life that are going to help you hit your goal. Opportunities. Just throw it in the chat. What are some opportunities that you can take advantage of? You take advantage of, you're going to hit your goal. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. Write it down. Write it down. Just take your time. I don't know if you have to put it in the chat, but I want you to think of some opportunities, things that exist that will help you hit your goal. What are some opportunities? Good. Okay, cool. So some opportunities I'm just saying like opportunities for me. There's a podcast conference coming up and I'm like, oh, this would be an opportunity because if there's a podcast conference, I need to either speak or be a vendor. If I'm a vendor and I can talk to some people, then I can bring people into either my course or my mastermind or whatever I'm going to be doing. If I'm building out a podcast network, that's an opportunity for me. I really, really want to speak. So I saw it come across my timeline. I said, oh, this is an opportunity. I saw it. So I reached out to the lady. I said, I want to sponsor. And I didn't say speak automatically because that might get tough, but I want to reach out to the lady. She sent me back an email and I'm going to sponsor this event and be in the building. It's an opportunity for me. That's opportunity. Here's the second thing I want you to write down. Now, this might take a little time, so I just want you to write down the actual assignment, but this might take a little time. Okay. Make a list of things that are opportunities for you, but not right now. Okay, first list, things that are opportunities right now. The next list of things that could be opportunities, but not right now. Not right now. You taking advantage of this opportunity right now will be detrimental to you. It'll be a good opportunity to make some money today, but it's not a true opportunity that's going to help me get to my goal. That's where it gets challenging. The stuff on your list, the first list that you wrote of opportunities, some of those, if you took advantage of them right now, will be detrimental to you. There won't be opportunities. There'll be obstructions. There'll be blockades. There'll be things that get in your way. There's a bunch of opportunities. Listen, there are a million opportunities for me to do stuff. But if I took advantage of it right now, it's still an opportunity, but right now it'll be an obstacle. It'll be an obstruction. All right, number 3, we got to talk about preparing for opportunity. The question is, if you took advantage of the opportunity that you wrote down, you say, yo, this is an opportunity for me. If you took advantage of it, would you be prepared to handle that opportunity? This is tough. It's a tough one. Some of you are making TikToks and you're making Instagram videos and you want to go viral so bad. But if you went viral for your product or service, you don't even have enough products or services to fulfill the orders. Are you prepared for certain opportunities? Like I talked about it yesterday, certain opportunities that come your way, it might be good, it sounds good right now, but it will kill you. Let me talk about what I was talking about yesterday. Let's say, for instance, you have an amazing product and you're like, yo, Dave or celebrity, yo, I want you to wear my products, like just endorse my services. If your product made it to the shade room, your product made it to some big platform, you don't have enough product or service, or like you don't have enough infrastructure to be able to handle a lot of success right now. What would you do if you had 1,000 orders? You don't have 1,000 products. What would you do if you had 5,000 orders? You don't have 5,000 products. Let me tell you what can happen to you. When you first launch a product or service, right, it's your core group of people who love you or know you when you first drop the product. If you handle those people properly, it goes out to their network and they will support you. Or this first group of people are so important because those are the ones that will leave you a review for your product or service. Let's say you have a product on Amazon or you have a product where people can leave reviews. Let's just say. Or you're running ads and people can comment. If there are more people, like let's say, for instance, you have a whole bunch of orders and you can't fulfill them. It was a great opportunity for you. You made the money. But now the reviews say, yo, I didn't get my product. And now you're telling them, yo, the product is coming, and it takes a little while. This is so damaging. Why? Let me ask you this question. How many people, before you buy a product or a service, you look at the reviews? How many? Before you buy a product or a service, you look at the reviews. Imagine this. You're grinding. One day, huge opportunity. Your product takes off, but you cannot fulfill all the orders, and you have to start scrambling, getting infrastructure together, making sure you order some more products, and they're coming from China, so that's going to take 2 months. And you're telling people, be patient, it's coming, but the reviews say, I ordered and I didn't get it. So imagine you have 100 orders, negative reviews. For the people that are coming behind that, it's going to be really, really hard for them to actually buy the product because all negative reviews. It's really hard to combat a whole bunch of negative reviews, which means you need to get more positive reviews. But you can't get more positive reviews because every time somebody comes, they see all the negative reviews, so they don't even buy. Giving them an opportunity to actually give you a positive review. And what they do is they buy the product that's right next to you, because if they're trying to buy your product, that means they're looking for you. They're looking for something. And they'll just buy something similar. And you never get that person to buy, to leave you a positive review, to combat these negative reviews. This is a challenge for you. Are you ready? Here's my mindset. I believe that there are big opportunities that I can handle. I can take care of them, but I'm always thinking in a pessimistic manner. I'm not ready for the opportunity. So that's why I'm always trying to prepare. I'm always thinking of, if I have a big opportunity, how would I handle it? So before the opportunity comes, I'm always thinking, wow, I'm not prepared. Let me get prepared for this big opportunity that will come. I'm scrambling right now. I'm scrambling right now as we speak. Do you know why? Because my objective is building out a podcast network, and I'm scrambling, trying to figure out how the heck do you build out this network? I'm trying to get the infrastructure down, and I had calls with like Red Circle. I had 2 different calls. Okay, talk to me about the dynamic insertion. Then talk to me about how I can manage these podcasts. Do they get their own login? I had a call over the last 2 days with an advertisement agency. I'm like, yo, what if somebody wants to join my network, like somebody that's like a big, let's say, influencer, or somebody who has a really, really amazing talent, and I can take advantage of them being a part of my network. I need to secure some funding. So I'm scrambling. I'm talking to these advertising agencies, and I'm hoeing out my show. I'm saying, listen, if you can give me some advertisements based on my show, because my show alone is bigger than most networks. And I'm saying, well, if you can give me some advertisements so I can disseminate it throughout some other podcasters, you give me $100, I can take 10 of it and give it to this person, give it to this person, this person to advertise this particular product. And these are the calls that I'm scrambling right now. Because my fear is, not my fear, but I'll use my fear because it'll go into my next point, is that someone who has an amazing talent and influencer will say, David, show me the way on the podcast. Rick Ross is gonna be like, yo, I just want to be on your network. And I'm like, I gotta get you some money now. So I'm trying to build relationships with the people to get the monies, just in case, like when this opportunity comes, I'm prepared. So I think I'm ready for certain opportunities, but my mindset is that I'm not. So I'm always scrambling to get ready for certain opportunities because I see the big vision. I see these opportunities coming my way. Do you? Do you see the opportunities coming your way? You can shake your head. I can see your boxes. You see the opportunities? Are we ready? Today, let's just spend more time preparing for the opportunity. Okay, number 4. Number 4, actually to what I just said. Don't be afraid of receiving the thing that you've been looking for. Don't be afraid. Some of you are super prepared for your opportunities. You're ready. You have the infrastructure. You are ready for certain opportunities. But when they come, you're dropping the ball because you're afraid. All the preparation. It's like the person that takes boxing classes. Yo, you are boxing. Like, yo, ready, on the heavy back. Let's go. Let's go. I'm nice with these hands. Let's go. I'm with my trainer. Bang, bang. I'm out here. I'm ready. And then you at the crib in the mirror, like, oh, I wish you would. You said what? What you say? Like you just in the mirror just by yourself. Say it again. Say it again. And you imagine this idea in your head, somebody bothering your girl. Nah, baby, I got this. Chill. Right? Let's go. Like, what we doing? I can't wait for somebody to bust a move so I can use these boxing trainers that I've been training on. And then you hit the streets. all that training goes out the window. You get so nervous and we're so fearful, even though we trained and prepared for this thing. So it was a young lady that approached me, and she's like, hey, pretty much she wanted me to like kind of endorse her brand or whatever. But she stumbled over her words so bad, and it was so embarrassing for her. She's stuttering, and she's like, oh my gosh, I practice this stuff. My pitch is normally better than that. And I'm like, dang, you practice. And you were prepared, you're ready. But something in your heart made you afraid of me. And I'm not no celebrity or nothing like that. But she was like, yo, I've been waiting to meet you. And da-da-da. I'm like, well, and y'all know me, I don't be like on no pretentious, you got 10 minutes. I'm like, what's up? What's happening? How am I intimidating? This is the loudest I ever talk. You know what I mean? I don't even normally yell like this, but I was excited with my last points. You know what I mean? But anyway, my point was she prepared her pitch, but when it was time to pitch, she was so afraid. And it's not that she can't pitch it, it was just the fear. So we got to start to adopt the mindset that I am like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm ready for this. I'm ready. I'm ready. Start going after these opportunities. You got to keep doing it. Here's what's cool. If that young lady had a list of people that she wanted to approach with her product or service for endorsement, she might have been nervous talking to me, but if she does it again to somebody else, she'll be a little better. She does it again to somebody else, she'll be a little better. Fourth time, that joint will start flowing. By the 10th time, she's going after this opportunity, she'll have it down. But because we don't go after our opportunities on a regular basis, probably because we don't know the opportunities when they arise, probably because we don't have a particular goal, when we finally approach it, we're so nervous and intimidated. I am not intimidated. Y'all something else. Anyway. All right, so don't be afraid of the thing that you wanted. Okay. Put it in the chat. I'm not afraid. Put it in the chat. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I can't wait for this opportunity to come because I ain't afraid. And this is what I deserve. Okay, throw this in the chat. I deserve certain opportunity. I deserve certain opportunity. I didn't even have my chain on. Actually, I did. Okay. You deserve the opportunity to come your way. All right, cool. Last thing, and then we'll open it up for a conversation. Y'all ready? Everything's not a scam. That's my number 5. My number 5 is that everything's not a scam. We're talking about taking advantage of opportunity. Everything's not a scam. Man, some of you want certain opportunities, but you adopt the mindset that if something's too good to be true, it probably is. Well, maybe. But everything's not. Some things are really, really good and they're just true. It just happens to be that way. Some of us have we've been so conditioned to fail that when a real opportunity comes our way, because of our past experiences, we'll sabotage that opportunity. I have a friend that she's dating, but she ruins every relationship that she gets in. And she knows it. She knows. After she knows, she's sabotaging every relationship. I'm talking about she'll meet somebody dope. But in her mind, it's just too good to be true. And she has more hope for the toxic relationships than she does the people who meet every single checkbox. Because she's like, nope, this is too good to be true, and my heart will be broken. And it's not always the case. Now, I cannot give you advice on this because I know what it feels like to have your heart broken. Believe it or not, my heart was broken before. Can you believe that? Somebody would break my heart? And my whole life, I walked around with that broken heart on my shoulder. And it changed my way. It would change my attitude towards everybody. Yeah, it is traumatizing. But then I had to realize, dang, everybody that I meet isn't her. Is it a possibility? Is it a possibility that this new person will break my heart? Absolutely. But I had to start breaking out of that mindset. Yo, you know what? I don't know if y'all know, but I met my wife on Tinder. I didn't know, yo, stop, chill out. Y'all need to calm down. I see your faces. I didn't know it was like a site like that. I thought it was just another alternative to Black People Meet or Christian Mingle. You know what I mean? The Christian, I tried Christian Mingle. That joint was weird though. Those were the weirdest ones. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, I thought I came on Christian Mingle thinking it was gonna be a whole different thing. Like it was gonna be so upright. That joint was wild. But anyway, I was just on all of them. And I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this. I shouldn't even be telling y'all this. I think it goes with the example, but never mind, yo. I don't know if this story is gonna be it'll be okay, I'll tell you. It'll be applicable. Okay, so I met my wife on Tinder. And again, every time I say it, I just gotta like preface it. I didn't know it was like one of those sites, but there's some like good people there. All right, so I didn't tell you this too. I was on Tinder, right? And I didn't know what hookup means, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking like if a person says I want to hook up, I'm like, I mean, I want to hook up too. Let's link up. I'm thinking hookup means link up. Like we just link up. Yes. I don't want this to be I don't want this to be a virtual relationship. I want to hook up with you. I want to link up. In New Jersey, hook up means like, yo, we just get together. Yeah, coffee. Like coffee, lunch, let's just hook up. So the people that I'm like in the message, I'm like, yo, yeah, you trying to hook up? They're like, yeah, let's hook up. And then I start asking all questions, trying to get to know them before we hook up. Like I'm trying to like get to know you. You know what I mean? Like, what are you into? Favorite color? And then it just goes silent and they stop replying. And I'm like, why? They seem so nice. I thought they wanted to hook up. I forgot where I was going with this story. I'm not gonna lie to you. Where was I going? It was Tinder, hook up, and then oh my gosh, the judgment is crazy in this chat. Hook up, Tinder. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll just explain it why I was on there. Okay, that was anyway. I met my wife. I think I swiped right. I think right is good and left. I just swipe right. We swiped each other or whatever. And then we start connecting. And we start having conversation. And eventually we exchanged numbers. And eventually we went on a date. And then eventually we went on a few more dates. And 6 months later, after I met her, we got married from Tinder. And hopefully this story is inspirational to you all. I'm saying that to say, I saw all the signs that this is an amazing woman. Then I started to look back at my history of how I would sabotage things that seemed too good to be true. So I had to make the decision. Obviously, she had to make the decision too, but I made the decision to propose to my wife, who is absolutely amazing, because I didn't want me to get in the way. I didn't want my past to get in the way. Anytime it feels too good, it's got to be a scam. This is too good to be true. So we adopt that mindset and we just don't go after it. So I proposed to my wife in 6 months. We went to the courthouse, got married. Then we had like a ceremony 6 months after that. We was locked in, married 6 months. And that was 4 years ago, and 2.5 children later, and an amazing lifestyle, and it worked. Everything isn't a scam. Here's what's cool. Opportunity exists. Opportunity lives amongst scams. And you just got to go through it. You can't be afraid of getting taken advantage of in business. You can't be afraid of that. Now you have to hedge your bets You like the more. Here's what's cool in business, especially the more you get taken advantage of, the more you realize how to not get taken advantage of. The more things don't work out, the more you'll be able to, the more you see like fake opportunity, the more you'll see like what a true opportunity looks like. I've been taken advantage of on a regular basis, like multiple times. I've been taken advantage of more than you, which is why I'm just a little better at evaluating an opportunity. Opportunities are right there next to the scams. So yes, some stuff is good to be true, but you got, listen, my boy AD said, yo, if somebody, and when I'm hooping, somebody puts a pump fake, I'm going to block the shot every time. You're going to get me sometimes, but sometimes I'm going to block that shot. Listen, every pitch, I am going for the fences. I am swinging hard. But eventually you start to evaluate which ones you need to bat at. But at the end of the day, I'm not afraid of striking out. Check this out. Most people in this chat, you failed at something, but it didn't kill you. You just learned a lesson. It's going to help you move forward, okay? You can only recognize true opportunity after getting scammed a few times. That's what I ended with. You can only recognize true opportunity after getting scammed a few times. So if you haven't been scammed yet, you probably don't recognize opportunity. You'll have no idea how to see an opportunity if you haven't been scammed. So go after some stuff. Not everything's a scam. Not everything's too good to be true. Some things are too good and they're true. They're just too good and they're true. Because you deserve that stuff. Am I right? Let's go on to some questions real quick, man. I'm done. I'm out of here. Hey, believe it or not, y'all, I went live on TikTok today. That was my first time doing that. I'm trying to figure out this whole TikTok thing. And I don't know what happened. It was like, when I first jumped on, it was 155 people in here, and now there's 14, which is really cool. I thought that was cool.
You might have to engage with them.
Hey, guys. All right, let's get some questions in. Let me get off this TikTok train. I don't even know how to hang it up. How do I hang it up? I don't know how to stop it. I really don't know how to stop the joint. This is crazy. All right, Kat.
It's me.
Yo.
Hi, Dave.
Hello.
How are you?
Blessed. What you got, my sister?
So it's Kat.
I see.
I'm with Miss Kelly Solutions. I don't know if you know me. I'm new here. I heard a lot about you. I just joined after you did this really big conference thing. I think that it was really good. It moved me. It was a lot of people that looked like us together, and I just, oh my gosh. So my question is, so listen, seriously, you do this thing with people that look like us. And one of the things that makes a difference is that I do a thing pretty much opposite. So, I run chambers like the back of my hand. I sit on the board of 3 of the 4 that I'm in. 3 of those chambers, I'm the token, Yep. And the other chamber that I'm in, the original black chamber, all of that, they do not rock with me because of how I rock with the others.
Gotcha.
And I have been trying to help them kind of get themselves together, because the reason why this chamber is not progressing is because they're not conducting themselves like the others. So
question.
I don't know how to get them to get on board.
I don't know. I really don't know. Is the goal getting other people on board, or is the goal, for your particular business? If our objective is to have a certain demographic do something, you just got to figure out how to get the whole certain demographic, not this group of people, not this particular chamber. But I don't know how to. You just got to be yourself, man. I'm learning. I'm terrible at it right now, but I'm learning to go after my goal irregardless of who's there, because the people that are going to get me to the next level, I probably don't even know them yet. So I don't want to be confined by the circle of people that I'm in to help me get to my goal, because those people might not help me get there anyway. So I always have like better advice for you, but figure out your goal, and every goal needs to have numbers attached to it. And if those people are in the numbers that's going to help you get to that goal, great. But if not, you got to figure out a way to get to another group. I don't know. Just be excellent. I don't know. No, I haven't been in that scenario to give you great advice.
Yeah, to be honest, they've given me no numbers. They've given me I've got no money out of this group in comparison to the others that have given me thousands. But I was trying to be a team player.
Can't get, what is it? You can't get blood from a turnip or a gizzard or something? What's the word?
Right.
What's the
The turnip.
It's a turnip. You were on track. You were on track. But I was trying to be a team player.
Go somewhere else.
You know, it's for the culture.
I mean,
but all right. Say less.
No problem. Good question. Yo, Lando, what up?
Hey, what's going on, Dave? Good lesson today. But how can I get our people to, not be scared to eliminate their emotions? Because I got clients, but they telling their friends, because they're starting to see results. So now they're like telling their friends, but their friends are petrified. But the results are starting to come out.
Yeah, sure. Really good question. I think similar to Kat, and maybe this is just me. A lot of my goals don't have a color on them. So my objective, now I do things for my culture, but I don't know how to get a Black person to do something versus a Spanish person versus a white person. I don't play that game. My objective is to be.
I'm not just targeting that though, Dave. I'm just saying in general,
Right.
like I'm,
Yeah, but your
I do that
question
for
is,
anybody, but
yes, but I'm just answering your question.
Right.
The question is, how do I get my people to do something?
Right.
I study people, period.
Right.
My goal isn't to get a particular group of people. Now, obviously, I am Black, and because I'm Black, I just know a whole bunch of Black people. So a lot of Black people are on my podcast because I know who I know. I know what I am, right?
Right.
But, and I'm okay with that, right? But it's not like I'm not interviewing other cultures because I don't want to interview them. I just don't know them like that.
Right.
My goal is to raise a generation of entrepreneurs. It just so happens that I'm Black and most of the people that follow me are Black.
Right.
And I love that. I love our people and I know my people. So my point is, you become excellent at what you do. You can't argue with results. If you are the best in the world, I don't care who they are or what color they look like, they will come find the best in the world. So we can't blame it on them. It's something wrong with the communication. This is how I want you to approach it. Not saying you're doing anything wrong, but it's probably something wrong with your communication that's not getting a certain group of people to move.
Okay.
That make sense?
Yeah.
So I talk to entrepreneurs, I talk to everybody, right? And my man Neil, he always has me talking to people because I don't care what they look like, because I study humans. I can get humans to move regardless of color. For me, it's not harder to get a Black person to start a podcast than there's a white person. It's not harder because I understand this is what I'm passionate about, and I teach people, period. So I don't know if I'm qualified to answer your question.
No, you did.
Cool. Good. There it is. Good question, Lando. Who's next? Marlon. Oh, Shannon.
It's Shannon.
What's happening?
How are you? So this is Shannon, your tax strategist and realtor. My question is, When you are going through that scrambling moment that you were explaining through your, the discussion, what changes in your routine, whether that's your affirmations, what changes to kind of get you through that moment or those moments?
Well, I don't get through the moment because I'm always looking for solutions. Like I probably, if I wasn't so worried about improvement, I'd have probably been open the studio. But there's always like something else I need to do. So it's not like I get past it, but I'm always preparing. So it's not, I don't turn it on and off. I'm always preparing for opportunities that aren't there yet.
Okay.
So I don't have a morning routine, but it's not like an on and off switch. I want to be prepared always.
So is there like a certain feeling that you have when you're scrambling, maybe like anxiety? That's what I mean. Like, how are you getting through that type of energy? Because that's a different energy than I'm winning. Everything's coming together than when it's like, okay, these things are not coming together. Let me get through all those things.
I've adopted the philosophy. I will do everything that I can today. The rest I'll do tomorrow.
Good. Okay.
I used to be, I got to knock it out today. I got to get it done. And I was stressing myself out. But sometimes when I get, and again, this is me kind of operating at a different level than I was at. But some days I just go home and I'm like, all right, well, I did what I can, but I can't stress myself out. You know what I mean? Because I'm no good stressed out. You know what I mean?
Okay. Thank you very much. That was very helpful.
Good. Go stop.
Marlon, do you have time?
30 seconds.
Okay.
I will skip all the jokes and go to the question. How do you encourage someone to prepare for an opportunity when the preparation is outside of their comfort zone?
Give me a quick example.
So example is someone who wants to make more money in their business, but they, in order to do that, they have to build a team, they have to build systems, and that's the preparation part that they don't want to do because they've been used to running the business as a solopreneur.
Gotcha. You just start with one step because a solo entrepreneur, they're not going to build a team and systems and all that kind of stuff at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to build a team or a system, right? But in this, let's just say we take teams. We need to focus on building teams first. But we break that out and say, well, I don't need teams. I just need one team member. So if I can find one team member to help me with one thing, eventually you keep that process going, you'll have a team. So we don't build systems. We figure out something that can help us, some system that can help us. And then we get another one once that rolls. And then eventually you'll look up and you'll have systems. But we take this business one step at a time, man.
For sure. I love it. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. If you're in Atlanta, pull up on me. The address is somebody throw the address in the chat to the new studio. It's in the app as well. And I will see y'all later.
If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.